Okay, he doesn't ever prepare for these shows. He just shows up. I get home and he's like looking up details about you and stuff. Like, what's going on? Never prepares, but for you, he prepared.
Of
So,
course, you got it.
yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of No Dick Pics Podcast. I'm your host, Max.
And I'm Christina, and we have another very special guest here with us today. Max is super excited about this one. We have a former NFL defensive end, Super Bowl champion, Tony Hargrove. Hi, Tony. How are you?
What's going on, Christina? What's up, Mad
Hey.
Max?
Welcome to the
Very good to
show.
have you.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, Tony is actually, we're just going to call him my cousin because that's basically what he is. I've never met him. I've never talked to him, but we're family. He basically grew up with my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And
right, he's actually my best friend.
Very close to my family.
Yeah, like 30 years, 32 years. Holy crap, yeah.
Long time. You feel old now?
I do, saying it out loud.
I am older than him, so if that makes you feel any better.
How old are you?
I'm a year older. I don't care. I'm 43. I'm a year older than Ryan.
You're not that old. I'm 40, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a year older than him, and then Max is older than all of us.
I'm 49.
Max, when you turn 50?
Next July.
Yeah, we're having a party.
July what?
July 15th.
July 15th.
Oh my God, this is going to be a great interview. I'm July 20th.
Yeah? I'm July 3rd.
Yeah.
We're having a big party for him next summer. I'll invite you. You'll have to come up.
Especially since I'm right down the road.
Yeah, we're going to...
It will be in the city.
We're going to do a rooftop Cubs game.
I have a lot of friends from college from Indiana, so we're trying to get them in, so from all over the area, like from Indy. Well, they don't live in the small towns anymore, but they're more out by Fishers and outside of Indy. So yeah, trying to get a lot of them to come in.
Now, you said small towns like this, like there's some major metropolitans here in the Midwest. I've driven from freaking Lincoln all the way to Lafayette. Ain't no big old cities out here, man.
Yeah.
Well, Indy's like the big city in like Indiana, like, right? Like
Indy who?
Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis. Yeah.
It's small though. Compared to Chicago.
Compared to Chicago, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? So everything's small.
New York when I went to New York makes Chicago look slow. I never thought I'd ever see it.
Yes. The characters in Chicago are amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You know, the wife and I went to Chicago and we were staying there for a little date night. And we saw this gentleman almost get hit by a taxi. But he spun out of it and then hit a runway walk going down the street. And I was like, my God, only in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to work downtown, so I saw something crazy every day.
Oh, yeah, I miss the downtown life, but I don't miss it. You know what I mean?
I miss it. I belong down there. It is nice having a yard, though, and some quiet every now and then. But no, I love the city.
Yeah. I enjoy getting on my side-by-side and just roaming the dirt roads, you know what I mean? Just chilling.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know we know who you are, but let's share with the audience us a little bit more about who is Tony.
Well, shoot. Yeah, so I guess biggest way, originally I'm from Brooklyn, New York, you know. I'm the youngest boy, but the second youngest of 5 siblings. I've got 4 brothers and 1 sister. Moved down to Southwest Florida about 1993. Mom passed away when I was young. Got into sports around that time. Charlotte County, Florida. That's when I met Ryan and Dave and Betty.
Yeah.
God, you look so much like Betty too. Like looking at you, I'm like, oh my God.
I love my aunt. My aunt's awesome.
She is. Oh my God. And her egg rolls are the best. Yeah. Oh my Lord. But yeah, so
they are really good.
Moved to Southwest Florida. I got into sports. Played for the Port Charlotte Bandits. Graduated from Port Charlotte High School in 2001. Heavily recruited coming out of high school. Played basketball, football, ran track, weightlifting, did everything back then. For me, one of my biggest inspirations is my uncle who raised me. He was a custodian at our high school, and actually, Dave and him were like best
Were
friends.
they? That's
And
cool.
yeah, yeah. And so Dave coached a lot of our youth basketball
Mm-hmm.
teams. And shit. Dave took us to AAU all the time. I mean, and so so basically, my uncle John gave Dave pretty much. I call him Uncle Dave, like to kick our butts anytime we got in trouble, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that was Ryan's home was my second family.
Mm-hmm.
But his dad raised us through playing basketball. I mean, we grew up Hoosier basketball.
That's
You
right.
know, Bobby Knight. You know,
Yeah, my Uncle David's from Indiana,
more stuff
so
about IU. Yeah, IU, freaking Mash. That was life. Graduated from high school in 2001. Went to Georgia Tech. George O'Leary was my head coach during that time. He was only there, I think, for a year. Chan Gailey came in, and then the guy got kicked out of school in 2003. Got out of school for a year, and then so I don't know where you see like all these people like they don't play their third year or they sit out and then they go pro. Well, I was the first guy to do that. I didn't do it
really.
by choice. Yeah, yeah. Well, remember Maurice Claret?
Yeah, that was the big deal.
He
He
tried
tried
to
to
do it
do it.
after
Yeah.
me. Yeah, because you had
There's
me.
like an age limit. NFL has an age limit. Yeah, it's like 3 years out of your senior year of high school. But a lot of people have tried to go earlier, and it's kind of failed.
I didn't know they had an
Yep.
age limit.
Well, yeah, because you physically. I mean, like NFL ain't easy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So there's no way you're going to be 18 years old and go play with some grown men.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Some
smart.
guys that are and during that time, that's when it was straight knock your head off league. You know, so you wasn't doing that straight out of high school. I got drafted in 2004 by the St. Louis Rams, 91st overall. I was their second draft pick. Played 2.5 seasons there. I got traded to Buffalo, suspended for a year, violating the league substance abuse policy. I did 13 months in rehab. Came back in 2009, won a Super Bowl with the Saints. As you can see, my banners behind me.
He's like a back. Yeah.
Yeah, did a year with the Eagles or preseason with the Seahawks or Eagles Seahawks, and then I'm technically a retired Cowboy. But and
Wow.
then got done, started coaching football, and now I'm chilling.
Now you're chilling.
Yeah, now I'm chilling.
Wow, that's amazing. And I followed you along the way because, like you said, you're basically my family. I used
Yes.
to go to Florida every year for Christmas. I spent Christmas with my Aunt Betty and Uncle Dave instead of my parents, which is kind of funny. But my grandparents would take me down there every year, and I stopped going when I started high school, which is when
Mm-hmm.
you moved down there
Yep.
and met Ryan. We missed paths a little bit, and I haven't been down there in a long time. So, yeah, but I've heard all about you. Ryan talks about you a lot. Ryan was like my brother
Uh,
as well as yours. But we kind of like drifted apart as we became adults. But when we were little, he was my brother. He was with me through everything growing up. So
oh yeah, he talked
yeah.
about you all the time,
What did he? I
all
would
the
love to
time,
hear what he said about me. He calls me
all the
Little
time.
Christina, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. My little Christina. Yep.
No, I kept seeing pictures, and I asked, like, I thought you didn't have a brother because he was wearing like Duke shirts and something, and you're like, that's my cousin.
Yeah. Man, Ryan was always fly boy. You know, Duke, NC, Tar Heels. Ryan was always
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So thanks again for joining us. I was told that you are an open book.
pretty
Yeah.
much. So it can get crazy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm
Be
not going to try
careful.
to get you in trouble, but we'll talk about sports a little bit later. But this is a dating show. We talk about crazy dating stories, experiences, and like that. As someone who has been in the professional sports world, what was dating like as an athlete?
Man, it's crazy. You know, because I was young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 20, 21 years old, 22 years old. You don't, I mean, you have the same wants as a 22, 21, 22 year old. You know, I got drafted. I bought my house. I lived across the street from St. Charles Community College. And so, I mean, you know, it was like a feeding ground across the street, you know. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you're 21 years old. What do you do at 21? You're 20 year
Right.
old. but also like you got to go to events, and then where was I? Was out in San Diego. Kim Bassinger bought me at a fundraiser. Yeah, you know what I
No,
mean.
no big deal.
And I think I could have got her, but I
Yeah.
messed that up. I got all like groupie, like too groupie and too thirsty, but no, I mean it was very free. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I mean? I don't even really know what else to say. Like it was wild. I mean, you could do anything and everything.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to get you in trouble, so we don't have to tell too many details.
Yeah. I start saying and reminiscing. I start thinking, okay, what could I? But no, I mean, like, you go out,
Mm-hmm.
and everything you could do VIP. I mean, me, I love dancing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so during that time, I mean, I didn't have a bunch of girlfriends, but I enjoyed being, around women. And so, you getting on the dance floor and you just having a good time. And so, it was never, there was never a dull moment. I'll say that.
I'm
If you
sure.
didn't,
I'm sure. Did it get crazier as your career went on? Like from when you first got drafted to winning the Super Bowl, did the way women reacted to you change?
no, I mean, I don't think it was so much, no. I mean, I don't just blame women. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I love, as a young man, I love women. You know what I mean? And so I think the type of women that I attracted, I was able to get. I mean, I wasn't one of, I don't know, I didn't want to say like women were just throwing themselves at me, but if they were, I was happily catching them, you know?
You had no problem with it. You weren't offended.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I hung out, went out, go to the mall. You sit, you go to Sabaros and eat, and then you try to pick up a girl in the food court.
Hmm.
Basic 22-year-old stuff. But then also you could be able to go out to the nightclub and then pull, some baddie from Wall Street or whatever. So it was the dynamics of it was so wide. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because being 21, 22, 23, you're still walking the mall. You know what I mean? You're still walking, you're doing Sonics. You're doing the basic,
Yeah.
not kid stuff, but the kid stuff. But then also I can go hang out freaking with, Nelly.
Yeah. Kim Basinger, whatever.
Yeah,
No big deal.
exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So
Hmm.
you are married now. How did you meet your wife?
Yes.
People love a
So
success story, so.
yeah, we met when I first got drafted out in St. Louis. She was at a radio show at Rob Thomas's, and uh, she was there with Christy, and Christy was a friend of Jimmy Kennedy who was bringing me, and so we met each other there, and then I started pursuing her, and I mean we've pretty much been together, we've been by each other's side since then. Um, we had our daughter 2000. She's gonna kill me. I'm gonna mess this up. 5. We had Amaya.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had Amaya in 2005. So, I mean, we've been rocking and rolling. She's been rocking with me through the good and bad ever since.
That's
You know.
awesome. You guys met in
So
the
we got
wild.
married.
See what
Yeah,
happens when you're an athlete? You meet people in the wild. You don't have to do dating apps.
yeah, natural. I'm thank God for no dating app. Well, no, I was on the. We was like I was at the beginning of the dating apps.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, all the messenger stuff,
Mhm.
AMI, and
Oh
AOL,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
the little Black Planet. You know what I mean? Those little chat rooms. Oh yeah, I used to be like
Chat rooms.
I'm a little techie nerd.
Yeah.
I was one of them little like nerd chat room guys, thirsty nerd room guys. Yeah.
So I was told a story by my cousin Carissa. She
Hmm.
said that when she went on her first date with her now husband, Corey, he was early and she wasn't ready. So he came in, he's waiting for her, she's getting ready. She comes into her room, he's sitting very nervously on the edge of her bed, and you're standing over him in your boxers, putting lotion on yourself, interrogating him. I'm like, that's amazing. She's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he would just grill anyone I brought over to the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I didn't really realize how big of a dude I was at that time. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm still this little skinny high school kid, but 270-pound man, just 80-pound man, just stand there. What's your intentions, my man?
Right. But you know what? It gets rid of the weak.
It does. It
Corey
does.
Corey can
It
hang.
does.
He's still around, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, shit, you couldn't be no weakling hang around Dave.
No.
I mean, shit, that man, what? He run your ass ragged. If you was weak and you ain't last long.
You know what's crazy? I feel like you have spent more time with my aunt and uncle than I have.
Oh my God, I was over there all the
Yeah.
time. I mean, shoot, that was my second home for
Mm-hmm.
real. I mean, yeah, because then, Dave taught me so much too, because I enjoy like mechanic and then
Oh
doing
yeah.
work. And then so Dave would have us putting down floors, doing yard work. I mean, teaching us how to, because he was an auto mechanic, but
Mm-hmm.
he's a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So he taught us all about tools, air tools. And so I used to love, and he made everything seem so simple because, well, he had every tool in the world. But yeah, man, and then Ryan started driving like right at 16. He had a whip, so like we were, you know, we were
Ryan
two
was a
peas in a
little
pod.
spoiled. Like I'm kind
Oh
of
hell
spoiled.
no,
Ryan was worse than me.
man!
So
Ryan was a lot of spoiled.
yeah.
Ryan was like that freaking turkey with gravy poured all over it, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, but they took care of both of us too. I'm not even gonna lie, I benefited from it too. When I went to college, I was always getting boxes, stuff, and
That's so
yeah,
nice.
camps. They'd always send little packages, and make sure it was taken care of. Like they were always, they always made sure I had, and so
That's awesome.
like yeah,
Yeah.
they and Betty the best.
I'm so glad I'm
That
finally getting to meet my cousin.
yeah, likewise, seriously. All these years and just stories and just names and
Mm-hmm.
just yeah. Now we get to actually put faces to it.
Max thought he was gonna run this interview, and he's like, "Nope, we're talking about Christina's
No,
family."
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for the sports
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna have to see. You can grill him. You can interrogate Max. Find out what his
You
intentions
want me
are.
to
Yeah,
interrogate
do
Max?
it.
um,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we
yeah,
both. We both still know.
What are your
Well, he's
intentions?
a Lions fan. So Mike Williams was a teammate of mine. No,
yeah.
he was a rival of mine in high school. He played at Tampa Prep, I think it was.
Those are the dark days of the Lions. I mean, he was an amazing. Like I thought he was going to be the next great thing, but it was tough. That's when we
Yeah,
just started drafting wide receivers every round. So
yeah, wide receivers and quarterbacks.
yeah, we forgot about the lines.
Yeah, big time, big time. Well, then you guys had Mad March there for a little bit.
Yeah, Millen. And it's funny because the coach Marty Morningwig is actually friends with my uncle. He lives in Montana, so he's so close to the program. So I was so excited. So what I try to tell her and what people don't realize is like my whole life, the Lions gave me no hope ever. And so you're just like, this is just going to be it. And then, Dan Campbell comes around and you're not expecting much. This guy's talking about biting kneecaps. And then all of a sudden he turns it around. And
Yeah,
this is like the third straight year. I'm just like, I've never experienced like having such high expectations.
yeah. Well, and Dan Campbell, man, I love the way he calls the game too. I mean, I've always said people who played in the trenches and become head coach see the game differently. You get all these skilled players who've never really battled. Yeah, they've always been on the outside, and so they don't really know the intricate parts of the game. And Dan Campbell does, and guys respect that and they see that. It's easier to play with somebody like that than somebody who's just full of
And he's a
analytics.
Sean Payne disciple. So I was going to ask if did you ever cross paths with him? Because I know Campbell was with like Peyton in the beginning, but was he
As a
ever on
teammate.
like coaches? I know I know he's with the Saints for a little bit, and he was with the
Hmm.
Dolphins. I was wondering if you were in any of those teams or
No, I wasn't. No, Dan had just left the Saints when I came in there in
okay,
2009. I said Shock. It was Shockey, Jenkins, and I'm trying to think who else it was. What's the other little guy? I can see him, but I can't think of his name. They'll come to me in a little bit. But yeah, no, I had just missed Campbell.
okay,
Will Heller, Detroit Lion. He was a teammate of mine at Georgia Tech, and we also
okay,
had the same agent.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Super Bowl because that's something not everyone gets to experience.
Ooh,
What
yeah.
was that entire experience like? What was it like? Not just to be there, but then to win. Talk us through that.
And I think pretty much if you weren't a Colt fan, I think everyone was rooting for you guys because with the Katrina stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you guys are kind of like at that time, like like a little bit of America's team because everyone wanted this, the Saints to win because it was their first Super Bowl ever.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, man. It was as a player, I mean, that's what you play for, So, and then I was in rehab the year prior to that. So for me, it was like when I got back in that year, I'm going balls to the wall. Like this is it. I don't know what I'm gonna have after this. So we got to make it happen. So to go all the way that year, unreal, just magical. But then to be a part of a team like that, not every year is like that, where everybody's united, everybody's going in the same direction. Week in, week out, you fight, you scream, you bitch, you complain, and everybody, just gets on the bus and y'all go in the same direction, and then you accomplish that goal. And then as a player, when it's all over and you're said and done, like there's a bond that can't nobody break. We went for our 10-year reunion, and instantly it felt like we could all play together again.
That's awesome.
Playing in the bowl. I mean, when you're playing in it, you don't really understand, I guess, the whole magnitude of it because it's just like work.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just the biggest part. It's the biggest goal for the job. But the practices though were so much fun. All the events were awesome, but it's so long though. I'm not gonna lie, it's 2 weeks. There's so much media, there's so much stuff going on. But when the game finally gets there and it's over, you're like, damn, it's over. But
Tracy Porter taking an interception back, and you finally knew it. I
yeah,
was
we
going
got
crazy because I was I was a Brady guy. Like anytime the Colts and Peyton Manning, I was like, no, no. Saints are like Saints are kind of one of those teams you just like were rooting for. Drew Brees, and then there's always a Michigan vibe. So Jonathan Goodwin was from Michigan.
yep.
That was another reason but everyone was rooting for him. But it was like they were playing like a Peyton. I mean, they were already crowning Peyton Manning as the greatest, and so you know,
Well,
but it
and
was a great Super Bowl too.
what people don't understand about that game too, like you don't just get there by accident. Like there's a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and so we had that game scripted. You know what I mean? And defensively, we knew if we once we got the onside kick, we knew we had tilted things in our favor. But we knew if we could get Peyton Manning in a predictable situation, he's going to do the most predictable thing, you know? And that's what we were able to do with him in that 2nd and 18 or 2nd and 8, where Tracy gets that pick and we go the other way, And so it was the best game of chess that we played as a team, that we played as a defense, all the preparation we put into that game. I mean, because just our communication and playing that game, we weren't talking. We were doing everything in sign language. I mean, there was so much other stuff going on the field that people didn't realize that we did. That makes it so unbelievable. And it's so great when everybody talks about like, oh, the great Peyton Manning, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, he outsmarted that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, we made him
That's true.
predictable. And then like in that whole year, we beat all the great ones. We took down Tom on Monday night. We took down Sanchez. We took down Eli. We took down Kurt Warner. We took down Brett. We took Stafford down. We took them all down that year. So, not just was it a banner year, but it was a year just truly ass whooping. You know, except for
Amazing.
Romo's the only guy that got away from us. Romo got us.
That's amazing. What a incredible experience. Like not many people get to experience that. And you
Yeah.
did. So that's very cool. What was the first thing you did after you won? Did you go to Disney World? I don't know. Is that a thing that people do?
No, I went to Africa.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was on a mission.
That's
Yeah, because
badass.
I was finding myself, what I mean, getting out of rehab, winning a Super Bowl. What I mean, now my free head, eyes are wide open. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, like what's going on in the world? So went on a mission trip to Africa, spent 10 days in Swaziland,
Wow.
I mean, in the jungle, and it was awesome. There was no internet.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing, just out there with the animals and the people, and just being thankful for life and just everything that just happened in the last year. And then what was really cool was, so they always talk about like these border patrol people and how mean they are because they're carrying these M16s down there in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Because everywhere you go, I mean, like it ain't no just walk in the door and like you can just go by like, nah, there's motherfuckers with guns and shit
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. And so we go to one checkpoint, and they're wearing Indianapolis Colts Super Bowl champion shirts.
You hear about that, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
boxes, the
They
stuff.
send it to Africa.
like so I'm standing like in line getting out passports, and my agent, mind you, my agent's a white guy, right? And so I'm looking at these, these Africans. I'm like, man, I gotta say something to him. I can't do this. And he's like, no, man, don't leave him alone, leave him alone, don't bother. I'm like, don't be scared, man, it's all right. I'm like, they look silly. I'm like, I won the Super Bowl, like we won, like. So they like stamping my thing. The guy sees my shirt because I got my Super Bowl shirt on, and he says, Saints Super Bowl champions. He said, no, Colts champions. I'm like, hell no. So I'm talking to these Border Patrol guys, and we going back and forth. Next thing you know, more of these guys start coming over with these guns, with their guns and stuff. And he's telling me he's telling them that I'm telling them that I'm the Super Bowl champ. And then next thing you know, they come over and they realize that we'd won the Super Bowl and all this stuff, and we take pictures, and it was
That's
so
awesome.
cool. Yeah, it was the best experience ever. Like Africa blew my mind being down there. But yeah, I did that, and then came home, and then immediately got thrown in the bounty gate. But
So is that I've heard? I mean, I've heard people talk about that. It was just it's a misunderstanding, right? I mean, it wasn't. Or do you
man, way
think
more than that.
was it?
Way more than that. Because I was involved in it before anybody else. You know what I mean? So when I initially got involved in 2010, the NFL cleared me of it. You know what I mean? They cleared us all. They cleared the team. They was like, there's nothing to worry about. They actually interviewed me in 2010. You know what I mean? And then when they came back in 2012, they tried to say that, oh no, that I lied, that I misled an investigation, and that this footage that they had, the video, they said, pay me my money. They said that was my voice. And I was like, well, you told me in 2010 it wasn't. You know what I mean? You didn't even have the tape then, and all this stuff. And so it was a lot of shit. And then when it all came out publicly, and you know how it is, they control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting screwed in the end. The other guys, they got the suspensions lifted, but what happened? I mean, my career was over. I didn't get another chance, to play, to earn, and then I moved on to coaching. So, but no, it was some shit.
So Christina, Bountygate is they were accused of
I love that you're
getting
explaining because you
paid.
know I don't know.
No, getting paid to hurt people. But I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I've it's kind of like I feel like the NFL is just like picking and choosing. Like you can talk about like with the Flakegate too,
Yeah,
with the whole Patriots thing. I just so, but they kind of like because I know Greg Williams coached again. I mean, he
yeah.
coached quite a
Well,
while.
so you had a grumpy assistant, right, who got fired because that's a whole nother story, right? And so he took our production system to Rolling Stone. Because, during that time, remember, you had all the older guys complaining about concussions and, NFL's not paying out lawsuits and disability. I mean, which is a real thing. Like, there's some really messed up guys out there. And so Mike Cirillo was going to take this story to Rolling Stone. Well, the NFL couldn't have Rolling Stone publishing this negative player health and safety story. And so to get in front of the story, the NFL launched this false investigation about this pay for injury scheme against us,
Yeah. Distract.
when they said in 2010 that there was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they launched this whole campaign like, hey, we really care about the players. And here are these players and this crazy coach who are going out here paying each other to dismantle other players. When if you really look at the numbers, we ranked 31 out of 32 when it come to injured players. I mean, so there was 30 other teams that was fucking motherfuckers up way more than we were.
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling people because I got $500 for a TFL, like I'm doing my job wrong. Like that was my job. My job is to tackle. And then when I came into the league, remember there was a thing called jacked up. Like when you
Yeah.
knock the motherfucker out, like they put that shit on TV.
The highlights on like Monday night, like halftime of Monday night,
Yeah,
with Tommy Jackson, and there's like
you
yeah,
got
they loved
well,
it. Like
Highlight
the
reel.
hits were
Yeah.
the
well, and then when I first got in the league, I covered kickoffs all the way through my career, but we had the wedge. You know what I mean? They had the wedge on kickoff return, and so you were supposed to go down there. I was a wedge buster. It was my job to go down there and bust the wedge. You know what I mean? And so for me as a player, the league became very contradictive from the beginning of my career, to like towards the end of my career, because and I remember clearly when the lockout happened and all the rules changed. I remember sitting in the cold tubs in Philadelphia, you know what I mean, where you only had one practice in the morning and then you chilling in the afternoon. And I remember seeing these little punk ass rookies coming off the field like, oh my God, I don't know how y'all do this. Me and a franchise sitting there like, man, Jason Peters. We're like, man, we done for the day. Well, this is it. We got to walk through, but we ain't got to put no pads on. We ain't got to do nothing. Like, we cooling, baby. And then tomorrow's a walkthrough. We like, we in heaven. But the rookies, they were struggling. They were struggling, you know? So,
Yeah.
and that's
and
when
they
it
used
all
to practice
changed.
like twice a day in the heat in these. I mean, just crazy. And now that's one of the complaints about the NFL. That's why no one plays in preseason. So like the first 3 or 4 weeks is not really. That's
It's
why you
terrible football.
yeah.
It's god awful football. And nobody's calcified. So nobody's bodies is built up to take the abuse. That's why everybody getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody want practice. Don't nobody want to do nothing. Everybody think you can just go out there and play. Like, boy, you crazy. You guys know, what Macomb, Illinois is.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have training camp out there
Okay.
twice a day. God, when I was with the Rams, oh my God, in the middle of July and August, it was awful.
So
Yeah.
Oh, full pads. Oh my God, Orlando Pace out there, Oklahoma drills, me and
Man.
him, head to head. But so I went from that to, hey, you can't even breathe on a quarterback anymore, And so,
It's crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just learning about sports because, like, my ex wasn't a big sports guy. We watched hockey and that was it. And so I, get divorced, start dating. Every guy I date is super into football. And I'm like, I don't know anything about football. So I'm getting a crash course because that's all we watch. It's like, how many days a week is it on? Like,
Now,
yeah, like I feel like it's every day.
yeah, Sunday, Monday,
well, I'm a huge college too,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
so it's
like
on all the time.
you
yeah,
get that mix.
Saturday, it's just college football all day.
all day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all day, all day. I love hockey live.
I love hockey.
Shit.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
It's one of the
super
it's
fun.
a great live sport, and you have a lot of minor league teams in Illinois too, so it's kind of fun to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember I used to, I grew up watching Wayne Gretzky and loved it back then, watching the Rangers when I lived in New York. But man, we went down to Florida and I used to ice skate all the time. But actually, Ryan and I used to always go to Venice Ice Pavilion.
Really?
We ice skated and played hockey all the time.
I can't picture him skating.
Oh, man, hey, we were some figure skaters now. I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you. We'll put on those skates.
Do you have an embarrassing story about my cousin that you'd like to share? Because, I mean, let's thank Ryan first of all. Ryan introduced you to our show, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because we were
Thank you,
trying to figure
Ryan.
out podcast stuff. Yeah. And he was like, Christina's got her own podcast. I was like, bullshit, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got it and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, yes, he did.
So thank you, Ryan. But now let's embarrass him. Do you have a good story that I might not know?
Oh, man. I got all kinds of stories. Oh,
I'm missing like 20 years of Ryan's life where we just like kind of didn't
so
talk that much.
I think the last one, it was a New Year. And me and Ryan and our spot, Siesta Beach. We go to Siesta
Mm-hmm.
Key all the time. Like,
It's real close to their
that's,
house.
uh,
Yeah.
that's That's our hood. That's us. And so we went there one New Year's, and we're having a good time, just out having a while. And Ryan,
Can't even say it.
so he's drinking these fish bowls.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
Classy. That's
Having
where I get
himself
it
a
from,
good
Max.
time. Yeah, having himself a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So we just sitting at the table like this as well. Man, happy New Year, another good year. You know what I mean? We about to set off next year. He just
It runs in the family.
mid conversation,
Yeah.
just throws up real quick on the floor. Bro, you just throw up? Yeah, I'm straight. All right.
Wow, we have
And
more in
about 30
common
minutes
than I
later,
knew.
It
about
does run
30
in the
minutes
family.
later, Ryan sleep. He sleep by the exit. He just laid out on the floor.
Oh, of course.
We taking pictures with him and shit while he knocked out. We are. He was so mad at us taking pictures too.
That's funny. Oh my
But
god. Yeah.
It's just like your
that's fine.
birthday
Yeah, so for my birthday this year, I threw up in my purse. Whatever, it's fine.
in an Uber.
In an
Yeah.
Uber. I saved you
I've
that
been
fee,
there.
man.
Oh man, I've lit up people's side of their cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Me too.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Just running through the car wash real quick.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Wow. Who knew
You know, and
me and my cousin had so much in
Ryan was
common?
the habitual. He's the habitual. His attitude as a kid was the worst, and he loses that thing. He loses attitude at the worst times.
Mm-hmm.
One time, he got naked. He always took all his clothes off. He get mad and y'all taking his clothes off. We was in Miami one time, in the hood, where there's bars on the gas stations and everywhere. And so David's like, yo, whatever y'all do, just stay together. Like, nobody goes anywhere alone. You know what I mean? Just stay together. And we all had cool. When we playing this team that's kind of rough, you know what I mean? Well, Ryan decides he's going to throw a thing. He's going to throw a tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to calm them like, bro, like, don't do it here, bro. Like, you can't afford to go crazy. Man, fuck this shit. So taking off his clothes, throwing his shit in the stands. And the motherfucker leaves the gym. And we like in the middle of the hood. Where's he going?
Naked?
Yeah.
That's my
I
cousin.
mean, I think he was in his boxers.
Still.
I think he kept his boxers on, but he took everything else off, like his shoes, his socks.
Yeah.
I mean, totally just doing everything and walked out. And Dave was
He
just
didn't.
looking like,
Why did he take his
whatever.
shoes off?
He just did that shit. You know, that era of basketball back then was Dennis Rodman and like, what's the guy, Kyle Turley.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Ryan was, he'd tear his shirt, he'd throw it off.
So we don't have that in common. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So he did Antonio Brown before Antonio Brown.
Before Antonio Brown, bro.
Right.
He was crazy.
That's my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
I don't doubt any of that at all. I believe all of that 100%.
No, I'm serious. Yeah. He would.
Yeah.
He was a tantrum. That motherfucker would throw a tantrum, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's gonna love this episode.
Yeah. My God, one time we was out, we first experiment with drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave and them had these bottles of alcohol on the table. And Ryan's the worst plan. Like, don't ever do nothing with him. Because the worst plans. Worst.
Mm-hmm.
Never works. Never, no get rich, no schemes with him.
No, I know.
So he said, listen, we're going to take these bottles and we're going to go to these girls' house, we're going to drink. I said, Ryan, we can't take the bottles off the cabinet. Your parents are going to notice they're gone. And these some big ass bottles, like not these little shots, but these big ass like anniversary bottles that have been there. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Christina, right?
Yeah.
Those, all that liquor that's set right there. Ryan was like, we're going to take these. And he was like, they'll never know. I was like, Ryan,
they're going to know. Yeah.
So I take them because that's my dog. We take him. We get to the little girl's house. We trying to party. Mind you, his parents dropped us off, right? So we're underage.
Mm-hmm.
So they call and they ask us, you know, where's the liquor? Ryan blames his grandparents, Dave's parents.
No way. Could they reach it? I feel like they couldn't.
They're 2 feet in the grave. You know what I mean? Both of them got 1 foot in the grave. You think was not drinking 4 bottles of liquor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Like,
Max, my cousin's grandparents, his other grandparents, not the ones that we shared, lived with them for a while until they passed.
yeah,
So
his
they
German
were in the house
grandparents.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, he took it. So long story short, they came and got us. Dave was furious. Like, I thought Dave was gonna kill us. I thought he was gonna beat mine. I was so scared because my uncle don't get in the green line. I prefer Dave whip my ass and not tell my parents what the hell happened. You know what I mean? I'm ready to take this lick. Ryan throws a fit and leaves me there by myself. I said, "This asshole
Why are
motherfucker."
you still friends with him?
That's my dog.
I'm just kidding. I
I
love him
love
too.
him. I love him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my ride or die. That's my dude. You know what I mean? Come hella hot water. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's my
He's like my
dude.
brother. So I mean,
Yeah.
we took a little bit of a break, and it's funny because like I saw him at the wedding, at my cousin's wedding, because I was the officiant. Hadn't seen him since I was like 14, and he was at the time. He was like, "Man, I haven't even met your husband yet," and we had been married for 20 years at that point. I was like, we split like a month later, so like he never even met my ex the whole time.
Damn.
Yeah, he missed my whole marriage. It was pretty long. He missed the whole thing.
Dang,
So
that's crazy to
yeah,
think about.
yeah. But I feel like he knows Max better already anyway because he listens to my show and watches my show.
There
So
you go.
everyone already knows Max a little bit better than they knew my ex.
Man, y'all got similar features too. Like I can see like that Chicago like look. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
all that right here, your hairline. Like, cause that's how Ryan even wore his when he cut it short.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, I was like, man, he got that. There's something about Chicago people. Y'all look alike.
Yeah. We're all miserable in about 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, less, like 1 month.
He's
Yeah.
Once it gets
miserable too.
cold
He's
here. Oh,
still in Illinois. It's not any better
Yeah,
by
but
you.
ain't like Chicago. I'm south of what's that? There's a line. Like you cross a point of Illinois, then they get Chicago weather. Like what is
Mm-hmm.
it? What is it? Where that big old church, that big old cross is, Effingham, or once you cross that part and you start heading over that
I'm
one, you
so
like,
far past that point where I'm in miserable weather that I don't even know. I didn't even know there was a line that existed.
oh yeah, come south to Effingham, you'll be like, oh, this is like
Yeah.
being in tropical states.
Don't tempt
Yeah,
us, we will, because it gets real bad. And this
yeah.
guy needs sunshine. So why we live here, I don't know. Well, we do because you're kids,
yeah.
but as soon as we can, we're moving to some sunshine.
That's what I keep telling myself. But I'm like, shoot, I'm chilling. I'm old and I'm getting old. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't moving. I ain't picking up nothing. I ain't doing nothing. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, he needs some sunshine. He can't function in
Yeah.
winter. He's a different person.
Going to Arizona, I didn't want to leave. It was like
Mm-hmm.
80 degrees every day. It was
Well, and
beautiful.
it's like little Chicago out there. So it's nice. Yeah.
We climbed the mountain where you can overlook the Arizona State football stadium. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Now, so that's desert and mountain out through there in that part?
There's what?
What is that? Is that Phoenix?
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's
Tempe.
Tempe, where that
Tempe.
the
Yeah,
one
Tempe,
overlooking
Phoenix. Yeah.
the school is. But yeah, there's one in the
But
middle of
you go.
Phoenix too. A mountain like right in the middle.
Now, have you ever
It's
seen the white
insane.
sand deserts?
I haven't. Have you? I don't know. Yeah.
I haven't either. No, I've got all kind of places I want to go visit.
Yeah. How old are your kids now?
Trey is, damn, I'm feeling so bad about this. Trey is 22. Maya is 20. No, she'll be 19. She'll be 20 in like a month. And then Erilyn is 8 and she'll be 9 on the 24th of next month. Yeah, I'm in birthday season now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Trey, so Trey's at Xavier. He's his 5th year. He's married now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for that phone call to be like, hey, you're going to be a grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
when I was
yeah.
looking you up, I saw that your son, and so like it all comes back to Michigan because he played at FAU with
Yep.
Dusty May.
Dusty
That
May.
was
Yep.
pretty cool. Yeah, we have him now, and I love it.
He finds a
And
way
that
to connect
he's
everything back to Michigan.
yeah.
Yeah. But he's right, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do they say? You're always 7
Seven
something from people?
7 degrees of
7 degrees of
separation.
separation. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. But yeah, he's at Xavier, and then my Amaya, she's in Nebraska playing basketball.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to hit the road.
That's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun. They love Lincoln loves Nebraska. Like that's all they have out there.
Yeah, man, and it's like the Emerald City. Like when we drive out there, I mean, middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden there's this big, beautiful city pops up. Man, Omaha is beautiful. We enjoyed Omaha, and Omaha has some really good Asian food, and so does what town is Indiana and IU?
But Bloomington,
They got really good Chinese
yeah,
food.
Bloomington's got some good. That's a huge campus.
Come up here.
Yes,
We will take you to some good food. Yeah.
don't say less. Say less. I'm taking it. I'll take the train up there.
Oh yeah. No, we know some good food. You want some good Asian food? We'll take care of you.
Oh yeah, come on, listen. I grew up in New York, so it's all I want. Some good China food. You know what I mean? Some fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, having Betty in my life, like, you know what I mean? It was nothing but pure, just natural, just homemade.
Yeah. Yeah. I was telling Max that about my family, about my aunts and my dad. So my dad is the oldest, and then my aunt Susie, and then my aunt Betty. My dad is my dad. I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna go into it on this show. My dad is his own character. My aunt Susie's a little wild, little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Betty's just like the normal one. I hope my aunts don't
Yeah,
listen to this, but she's the normal one. I love her so much. She's the one I like relate to the most. So
yeah.
I adore my aunt. She's amazing. I'm a little bit jealous that you've spent so much more time with her than I have, but she's
Oh my
incredible. She's a
God,
great person.
she is just a sweetheart, just a sweetheart, just a sweetheart. You fuck somebody up for Betty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You cross her, it's going down. You know, but they were. I mean, they took care of me, man. Man, God, my whole life. I just think about how many times I've slept over there. I come home from college, I'd go there. I didn't even go home all the time. I'd come there.
Yeah.
Shoot, when I got kicked out, I always came back.
I loved it
I'll
there.
never
It's
forget
one
it.
of my favorite places in the world. So I
You
should.
got to see it now. It's so big.
Yeah,
It's so big. Yeah, it's so big.
I haven't
So much there's now.
been back
I
in
mean,
so
they got
long.
car dealerships, charter schools, big. It's golf
Road trip.
courses.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
not gonna take a road trip. We're gonna fly. We're gonna take a road trip to Florida. Oh,
Well, no, that's what I fly. I'm not going to
I was
drive
gonna
there, but
say
that's just
no.
what you say. Road trip.
No, road trip is driving. Silly.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a
Yeah,
drive.
yeah. He's not a driving guy. He's a flying
Oh
guy.
yeah,
He's a little bougie.
yeah. I love it. I love getting the whip.
All I do is drive because I live in the northwest suburbs and I work on the south side. So I
Oh
have an 80-mile round trip drive every day. On my way home today, I blew a tire. That's how much I
dang!
drive. So, like, um, I drive a lot, and this guy's in the car for half an hour, and he's like, "Ugh." And I'm like, "This is
Well, the
nothing."
funny thing is, I used to drive back and forth between Detroit and Chicago, and then I even made I did a trip from New Jersey, Chicago to New Jersey and back. So I got all my driving out of the way.
I do it every
We did
day.
a road actually when I was in high school. My mom didn't want me to go on spring break, so instead she's like, "We're going on a road trip," and we actually drove to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Yeah, I
this was
love
like way. This was not like '93, so we went through all the South, and that's the first time I had like grits. Just like
Mm-hmm.
the food out there is just you can't beat it. And that New Orleans food, man, and it
So,
gets hot. Like there's you think it gets humid in Chicago. There's
no,
just like
he
it's a
knows.
different heat.
He's
that
aware.
swamp heat.
Oh my
So, my
gosh.
best friend lives in New Orleans. Well, she lives in suburbs nearby, but diehard Saints fan, Michelle and Michael St. Pierre. So, if you
Who
want,
that?
yeah,
Who that?
yeah, she does that all the time.
There's nothing better than
Yeah.
Saints fan. I love them people. We had the parade. They hugged and kissed on you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were so thankful, and they still are. Like that Super Bowl meant so much. You could just see how much it meant to them. You know what I mean? Playing in that, I'm saying, playing in that Superdome, it was unreal. There was something supernatural about it.
I'm
And
sure.
then just going back now and just when you go see people, they just treat you so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I'm glad to win a Super Bowl. So thankful I won in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like that's the
She's
best
gonna love to
place.
hear that.
You know what I mean? Like seriously, like I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'll see them in December.
Yeah?
Yep. We got our team like Legends NFL our reunion thing.
That's so
So
cool.
we'll be back. Yeah.
That's
And the
Go
Super
down
Bowl
amazing.
there.
is in New Orleans this year,
Oh, that's right. It is.
so
Oh,
that's
I need to
where
get my ass down there then. You know what I mean? Hold up. Champ is here.
I'll be down there if the Lions are there because I'll have to go because I don't think I'll ever, you know,
It's your only
it's like when the
chance.
Cubs won it. Like it's just like you just have to take advantage of it.
I hope the Lions do, man. Saints ain't gonna make it, but I hope I'm pulling for you.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go stay with Michelle and Michael.
I mean,
Invite
won't be able to
Tony
afford a
over.
ticket, but you just go for the party.
Hey, we'll get in there.
Yeah,
If it's in the Super, then we ain't gotta worry about that. We'll go
See?
together.
See?
VIP, VIP.
Yeah,
Look.
I know somebody.
See, there's perks of dating me, Max.
Isn't that my banner right there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I don't want to take up your whole night, but thank you. Please come visit us.
it was
We'll
awesome.
take
Yeah,
you
We'll
to some great food.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, it ain't nothing but a train ride.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime. Let me know. You have my number. So,
Well,
yeah.
you got to experience. You come up here for a game. Bear fans are. It's so different. It's like yeah,
I've only been to
I'm
one
down because
game.
last time I was there, they wasn't too happy with me.
No.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll make a whole little trip out of it. So,
deal, deal.
yeah. Well, thanks again,
You're
and
welcome.
Awesome.
we will talk soon.
All right.
All right.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of
No
course.
problem. Have a great night.
See ya.
Bye. There we go. I love him.
I could have talked for like three
I
hours because I
know.
had so much other
I
stuff.
didn't want
I
to
thought
keep him
you'd
all
bring
day.
up. I thought you wanted to ask about the Reggie Bush Kim Kardashian stuff.
Oh, I forgot. We'll
Yeah,
have him
I was gonna.
back. He
Yeah,
can be our VIP guest. Was that see? Who's bringing the good guest?
yeah.
You didn't know I had famous family, did you? Although I'm pretty sure I told you.
No, you've told me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember him in Buffalo. You know, like some people will say, you know, some of these reality shows, he played in the NFL, and you look it up, and they really didn't. But yeah, he was. I mean,
No, he
so
played. Yeah, because we're talking
yeah, he
about
was a.
people who are on like The Bachelor and stuff, and they say former NFL player, and they never actually played. They were just on the team. No, he played. He
Oh,
won a damn Super
he
Bowl.
was one of the. You know, I mean, they had a good defense that year, but he was on the
Mm-hmm.
defensive line. He was. I didn't because you said defensive end, and I wasn't going to be that guy, but he's actually defensive tackle. Well, that's why he started off as a defensive end, and I think he became a defensive tackle.
Google told me
So
that's
that
what I
was a
wrote
good
down.
team. That was so. You know what was funny about that Super Bowl? So Ryan and Kathy. I don't know if they were married yet, but they had been dating or whatever, and they
Mm-hmm.
were over for the Super Bowl. And because Kathy's from New Orleans, like
I
originally,
didn't know
so she
that.
was a big fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to
so
tell her.
I was just ruined because I like Drew Brees was a Purdue kid. Like I said, there's a bunch of like so Reggie Bush. I loved Reggie Bush. Like he was such like he was an amazing college player. Like I thought he like would be better. I mean, he still had a good career, but I mean they had some players. And just everyone was like after the Katrina. So not to make this, but when Katrina happened, they like a week or two later they had a home game in New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
and they still say it's the loudest a stadium's ever been, and the guy came in and blocked the punt is Steve Gleason. Well, now Steve Gleason is like he has like the Lou Gehrig's disease,
Mm-hmm.
so he's in a wheelchair. He can't even like talk, but he like people remember him blocking that kick, and it's like so they do all this stuff for him, and it's just I remember that was just unbelievable, and like everyone was behind the Saints, like everyone wanted the Saints unless you were a Colts fan, and it was Peyton Manning. So like some people didn't think they stood a chance. And so what he talked about is the onside kick. They did an onside kick right out of halftime of the Super Bowl, and they recovered it. And then it just the momentum went their way, and it was yeah, it was awesome.
Well, and I love his story too because Tony's really been through some shit. He's had
Yeah,
some hard things he's had to go through, and he ends up having to go to rehab, and he comes back and wins the fucking Super Bowl. Like,
I know.
there's a
The
story
question I
of
wanted to ask
resilience
him,
there.
like with the athlete, I wanted to ask him like when at one point in your life did you know like I'm fucking good at this. I think I can be a pro. And I'm always just curious, like the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like when you get to college, when you go to a major college like
I think
that,
when he
you
was
know,
getting
you're the
scouted
man.
in high school, probably by
I
colleges.
love it that he hosted Roman. So, you know, hosting means like they come in for a weekend
Mhm.
and they show the facility, and so they usually put you with someone on the team and you hang out with them,
You're
right?
one
So that's
degree
what he got,
closer to Roman Reigns because of
right?
me. You're welcome.
We're gonna keep.
What?
I will acknowledge Roman Reigns one day. One day I will
One day.
acknowledge him. So I love because like if it was somebody that like I never heard of, yeah, I can look up stuff and stuff, but
Mhm.
like yeah, I remember that team vividly. Like there
Mhm.
were and there was a player they had on that defensive line that ended up, I think he died like 6 7 years ago, I think like a car wreck or something. It was really sad. But and then there's a kid from Chicago that was on that team, running back Pierre Thomas. Like I yeah. So I mean it was cool. That was
Yeah, me and Tony have been friends on social media or since it began, basically, but we have never actually interacted with each other until just now. But like, my cousins are like, "You're gonna love him because you can't help but love him," and I
Well,
get it.
here we
I
go.
get
Get
it.
the family back together.
Yeah,
We can all go and hang
totally.
out with them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the stories he's telling me about like my uncle. I wasn't super close to my uncle. So like hearing him talk about him is like really nice cuz my uncle passed a couple years ago and he's very missed, but like hearing all these like great stories about him and like how much he impacted him, like it's meaningful. I'm like, "Oh, that's so nice that my family was able to impact his
Yeah.
life like that and become his family." And I don't know, it's just it's cool seeing.
It's a touching moment. It's a
Yeah.
Hallmark podcast.
It's just cool seeing it from someone else's perspective.
It is. It's yeah. I mean, when you look, yeah,
I wanna know what
he must be some
stories
shit.
he's heard about me though, because I don't know what Ryan would say, but he does call me Little Christina still, to this day. If he talks about me, it's Little Christina. And that's because he has a stepsister named Christina as well, but everyone called her Chris. So there's no need to call me Little Christina. You could have just called me Christina. But even when they didn't see her very often or she wasn't there, they still call me Little Christina, still.
Well, next time we get Tony on, we got to get your cousin on.
We should. That'll be
That could be a fun
Yeah,
episode.
that'll be a lively chat.
So, what is your cousin? Is he married? Just playing the field
He has
still?
a girlfriend, and it's funny because when I met her, I was like, I thinking they were just started dating. They've been dating for a couple of years. I'm like, oh, I'm really out of the loop. But yeah, he's got a girlfriend. They're doing well. As far as I know, I haven't asked. We're not like we used to be super close, but now like, you become adults and you drift and you don't see each other
Yeah,
and it's
it's
just
tough.
but we have
I
been
feel
talking
it.
more often. He did reach out to me asking me about podcast stuff, and then he told me that he got Tony watching. He's like, he'd be a good guest. I'm like, he would be a good guest. So Ryan can get producer credits for this or scouting credits.
This is more of like a sports about his life than more dating and stuff. So, but it's fun. You gotta change it up a
No, we have
little.
to do something. If this is my gift to you because it's so much about like feelings and therapy and all this stuff, which I know you love. But this, you love to talk sports. So this time
Right. And
we
I
got
held
to.
back. Like I was like,
I was
not to,
surprised.
and I didn't mean to mansplain, but
No,
like
it's
I knew
fine.
you didn't know anything about Bounty Gate and stuff.
No, I really didn't. So I'm glad that you said something because I was gonna be
And
like, "What's that?"
I always thought that was bullshit. It's the same thing with like the Deflate Gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots were deflating the footballs. It's like they fucking doesn't give a shit. So this thing got big. Like, so remember they did a stupid movie and Kevin James played Sean Payton, which was stupid. So Sean Payton, who's actually the team I'm watching now, the Denver Broncos, he's a
Are
coach of
you
them.
watching football during the podcast?
Well, the football's on. Like it soothes me. So they made him sit out a year, and then so Tony's defensive coordinator Greg Williams was I think they used to call him like Doctor Blitz or something. Like he just would bring the house, but they weren't like they were accused of like, oh, here's $300, hurt this player. I'm like, it's fucking football. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't doing it, but there was just something was shady. And as the NFL, because they're trying to change their image because the whole CTE stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because people were yelling at them for years that CTE, brain damage, and they just ignored it, and then people started dying left and right,
Mm-hmm.
killing themselves, killing their families, like so it is a big deal. But
It's a
yeah, that
shame, and
Deflate Gate,
it's a, you know,
I never believed that shit. But they had to take some people down
it's too bad that it
for the
was
greater
him.
good.
It's too bad that it was that he
Yeah,
ended up being
but
the
I mean, they
casualty of
suspended
that.
a lot of people and stuff. So I never believed it because it's like you go to the tape and it's like, okay, so they knocked the quarterback out. That happened all the time.
Mhm.
Like he said, you know, they used to have a segment, it's called Jacked Up,
Mhm.
and they would celebrate the craziest hits. Now you can't do that. So, but now they're trying to justify it, and they're trying to tell me like this, 250-pound man who runs like a 4.3 can just stop on the dime and not tackle the guy if he lowers his head. But it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. It's insane how big and fast these players are. So I appreciate it. That was fun. But I
Mhm.
held back because I had so many questions. I had like college questions. I had pro questions. I wanted to, ask him like best teammate he had,
Oh, you
and
could have. We'll have him
so
back.
I just want to. Yeah,
We'll have him back. We'll do a whole little sports.
it was fun.
Yeah, we'll do a sports
I didn't
corner.
want to take over it, so I was kind of like still leaning back.
You can take over sometimes. It's okay. I
It's all
usually
right. That's
lead
your
the
show.
interviews. It's our show.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna run with it, and on this one, I'm like, oh, we got an
Oh no, we
athlete.
kind of all. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want to get too excited, so I was like,
too
but
excited. Do we have any dating news? Any fun headlines?
I don't know. I haven't really been looking.
I haven't either. So, our next episode is gonna be just us, and then we have more guests lined up. But, um, yeah, we took a little bit of a break because we recorded a few back to back, and just slacking a little bit when it comes to segments with news and stuff.
Yeah.
If you
I mean,
want
just a
to,
lot of political stuff.
yeah,
Not a whole
no.
lot of
If you want to do, I don't know, we're not,
just don't take Tylenol. That's what I found out.
stop it. I was gonna say we could do a sports corner, but this whole episode is kind of a sports corner.
Yeah.
Do you have gambling stuff or no?
I can start doing that next
Okay.
week.
I feel like we haven't been
It's good.
funny
You have
this
to,
episode.
yeah. I used to
Be
be like,
funny.
hey, I'm just gonna throw, huh?
Be funny.
I know it's hard today.
I know. I was really
It
excited
was a weird,
to talk to Tony, but like I
yeah,
had a shitty day.
you did.
I'm also sick, if you guys can't tell. I'm all nasally and stuff. I'm sick. I'm feeling much better, but
We
I
can talk about
sound
how my
terrible.
exciting last Thursday, I had a colonoscopy,
Yeah. I mean, we haven't recorded
and
in
I
a
had
while.
more
I like
fun
went on a
getting a
whole girls trip.
colonoscopy. Yeah, I had more fun going on a colonoscopy than going to work.
Yeah,
I
so
should tell you
Max
something.
highly recommends a colonoscopy. If you are due for one, this is your
It knocks you
this
out. The
is your
prep
ad to
sucks.
go do it. But he
The prep
goes,
sucks for it.
I feel like a whole new man.
Yeah.
I'm rejuvenated and renewed.
I like for a half hour they knocked me out. It was like the deep
Mm-hmm.
sleep, and I woke up and I'm like, I'm great.
They're like, take it
She's
easy.
like,
He's like,
would
I
you
want to
like
go do stuff.
some water and cookies? Sure. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, you probably feel groggy. I'm like, I feel great. I want to eat.
He's been in a
I hadn't eaten
great
for like
mood
40 hours.
since. Like your mood, I don't know if you just need to clear some shit out
It
literally,
was just
but
some
you've
bad
been
stuff.
you've been in a great mood ever since. It's amazing.
Yeah, colonoscopy just
He's
changed my
a whole
life.
new man.
Let's get another one.
He
Let's
doesn't
get
need
another one.
sunshine, he just needs a colonoscopy.
Maybe it was just some bad demon
Mhm.
stuff on the
Yeah,
walls.
I don't know.
But the prep is not fun. It's not that I tell people like the drink isn't like so I've had some nasty stuff, so I don't
Mhm.
there's nothing that's like I mean it didn't taste the best, but it's then it cleans you out, and so you better be near a toilet.
Mhm.
And then just after a while it's just like okay, enough. Like I kind of tell people it's kind of like when you have food poisoning. That's
Mhm.
what it feels like.
I think
Not
the thing
throwing up,
is, like, I
but
think it didn't seem as bad for you as it does for other people because you eat pretty healthy in general. So I don't think you have as much like issues with that as some people do. But yeah, I don't know. It was a fun experience.
but then waking up on midnight and having to take this stuff at midnight sucked.
Yeah, I keep telling people this. He hadn't eaten in like 30 hours or something at that point.
It was almost 40.
Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. He wakes me up to go, I would stab someone for some peanut butter right now. Would you wake me up
Dude,
for
that
that?
fridge was like talking to me like,
Oh,
don't forget about me.
he had to
Come
make
into
his
my
daughter a
fridge. It's like,
steak.
yeah. And
So,
my son wanted pasta and I made him
yeah.
pasta.
So his
So
daughter
steak, oh, that steak
loves
was, yeah.
steak,
It
and he
actually
made her a
wasn't,
beautiful steak when he hadn't eaten
yeah.
in a day. Torture.
And then cutting it and just like,
Hmm.
I was smelling it. Even I smelled your dinner. I was like,
He smelled my breath. I ate something and he goes and he sticks his nose in my mouth and breathes in. I'm like, wow. It's real intimate.
Because
So
I had was chicken broth, water, and some green jello. I don't like green jello anyway,
yeah,
and when you're hungry, that's like the last thing you want.
made with
I was like,
love.
I don't want fucking.
You couldn't have
I know it was
any
made with
other
love, but
colors.
I'm just not a jello person.
You couldn't have red or purple or whatever dyes, so you could only have
Couldn't
green.
have anything. Yeah, so I probably should have like had a snack like Tuesday night, but I didn't. So I stopped at like Tuesday at 8 o'clock at night, and then I don't think I ate until Thursday about like 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I was calculating it between 39 and 40 hours of no food,
But you did it, and
which
you
is
felt
crazy.
great. Yeah.
But it was, I think they put you down, and you're just like, I mean, they all say it, so I was nervous because like I don't like I thought they were gonna pull me under, and I'm just like, so they put the oxygen in your nose, and that's
Mm-hmm.
weird because you're trying to to breathe, and so they turn you to the side, and the guy's like he has the syringe, and he's gonna put it in, and he's like, this might sting a little. I was like, what? And then next thing I know, I'm waking up in recovery. Like
And you highly recommend.
I didn't even know. I mean, I wouldn't even known they did something to me.
Yeah.
I just would have been like, oh yeah, they didn't do anything.
Whatever it was, he feels great now.
Yeah, just I don't know. I don't know if it was that deep sleep for
Probably.
like a half hour
Yeah. So let's
and
talk
then just
about
cleaning.
we've done a bunch of stuff since we last recorded. Well, I have. You did a little bit. So
You went to
I went
Toronto.
to Toronto for a girls' trip. It was amazing. I haven't been on a girls'
Gee, I
trip.
wonder how much drinking she did.
None. I was totally no, I was kind of drunk the whole time. Just steady. That's how I do girls' trips though. I'm like a steady buzz. I fell asleep on the bus on the way back from the wineries. They pranked me a little bit. It's fine. Whatever. I kind of had it coming because I made a whole reel about my friend who passed out. But look, we're losing him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, I'm just seeing what the.
I love a girls' trip. It's so good for your soul just to spend some time with your girlfriends, and it is. And like, I didn't need to escape my life. I didn't have any. My job is not stressful. My life is not stressful. So I just went and had a great time with my friends. And normally I'm just like super stressed out, and this time I wasn't at all. I was just happy and had a good time, which I always have a good time. But this time it was just like a little bit different because I was just already in a good place going into it. So immediately get back from Toronto, have to go pick up my grandkids because they stayed with us for a week while my daughter went to a festival and split the time up with my ex-in-laws and stuff. But we had the littles here and celebrated my grandson's birthday, and he's the cutest fucking kid in the world. He's wild, but super
His
cute.
hair's on fire.
He's just a ball of energy, but I love it. I love every second of it. But then I had to drive them back that next weekend early on a Saturday morning. And what was supposed to take 3 hours took 5 because these children threw up 4 times in the car. Not from drinking like they're Lola, but like, kids.
Then you had to hurry back.
Yeah, I had to rush back, and Max is in the car waiting for me to get back because then we had to haul ass up to Wisconsin to go to a super fun wedding. So, congratulations again to Scott and Heather, my friends who got married after
In the middle of
9
a
years
storm,
in the middle of a storm. Oh my God, it hadn't rained in
going out.
weeks, and it decides to have a severe thunderstorm just as the ceremony is supposed to start. They had to rush everything inside. The tent walls are blowing, the power is going in and out. It's like a monsoon outside. They just keep going. I would have been crying. I love that Heather was just like, whatever, this might as well fucking happen. I would have been in tears because I'm a
Muddy as
little
shit.
sensitive. But like, she's very like, this is gonna happen. Whatever, we're gonna make the most of it. She had a great attitude about it, and it was still super fun. I had a great time. Did you? You didn't even know anyone. Did you have a
Yeah,
good time? It was a super fun wedding.
yeah, it was fine. It
Yeah.
was a wedding.
Yeah.
There's drinks.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
drinks and mud.
And then we came back, and finally, my insane September is finally over. Except it went out with a bang because I got a fucking flat tire today. And it wasn't like my tire slowly went flat. It like sounded like I hit something. I'm on the highway going 70, and I felt like, I'm like, what did I hit? Because I'm looking at the road, there's nothing there, and I see my tire pressure drop, and I'm like, fuck. So I had to get over to the right. It was kind of scary, guys, but I called my roadside assistance. Guy came out super fast. He gave me a treat. Did I tell you that?
No.
He gave me this little candy bar. He's like, "You're having a bad day. Here, have a candy bar." I'm like, "Thanks. That's so nice."
You should have been like, here's a bag of Tootsie Rolls.
Right? I should. I didn't even think. I just said thank you. I could barely hear because we're on the highway, so it's super fucking loud. But he was so nice, super fast. If I knew the name of the company, I would promote it because he was amazing and he was so nice. And he gave me candy. I don't know if you're supposed to get candy from strangers, but I did. Okay, we gotta wrap
So
it
you have
up.
a van with no windows?
No, he had a tow truck.
Okay, then you're good. If you have a van with no windows, run the other way.
No. So I'm going downhill. I'm getting more stuffed up. We're gonna call it a night. But we haven't done an episode with just us in like quite a few episodes. So the next episode is just gonna be you and me. We're gonna play a little game. I hope you're excited. Those are always
Your
the
games
best.
suck.
No, it's a good one. It's
Your
different.
games
It's different. We
suck.
haven't played this one.
Think about a word I'm
Think
thinking.
of wanna play that
Endless
again?
boredom?
Let's play.
No.
So anyway, please follow us on social. Find us on Instagram at NoDPicsPod, everywhere else at NoDickPicsPod. You can email us at nodickpicspod@gmail.com. Send us your questions. We're having Bianna on again soon. So if you have dating questions, send us your questions. If you have sex questions, send us those. We'll have Bridget on. Bridget will come on anytime.
We
So
should do a duel. We should do a
with
Bianna
Bridget
and Bridget.
and Bianna,
Yeah.
it's BB. The BB episode. We should. That'd be fun. We could do a panel of therapists.
Yeah. Cut that out too.
Yeah, thanks.
No.
Got
We
it.
can't raw dog this baby.
No, I never can.
Speaking of raw dogging, when is Shrinking coming back? All the shows that we watched, like,
What's
I need them
freaking have to do
back.
with Raw Dog just because he says it?
Because that's where they came from. Remember
No,
Harrison
that's
Ford
not where
using the
Raw Dog
term,
came from.
no, but he made it kind of popular again because he would say the term raw
And
dog,
then
and I'm
we
like,
made it
you
popular
don't know
again.
what that means.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
our shirt. Our merch is gonna say Raw Dog.
That's great because then I can explain to my kid, like,
Yeah,
Dad, what's that?
it's a puppy. Don't worry about it.
It's 6'7".
6'7", 6'7".
6'7".
Yeah, I can't.
I
Okay.
know.
How you know we live with middle schoolers? 6'7".
Yeah, but my son hates
He
it.
does. He's an old soul. That's why.
He is.
Please be sure to rate and review us. Give us 5 stars. And you can write us a little review on, I think, Apple and like Facebook and stuff. I don't know. But I still have a 1 star from someone from my past on Apple. So if you can give us a 5 star to like help.
What's up, dude?
Stop it. Okay. Anyway, we'll be back next week with another new episode of the No Dick Pics podcast. And hopefully
Can't
I
wait.
won't
I
be
am
all
so
stuffed
excited.
up anymore. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The kiss. Wow.